ATF for telling my mom she chose her husband and stepkids over me, and I won't let her come back from that? I, 21M, need to provide some background to give everyone a full idea of where I'm coming from. My dad was abusive, mostly to my mom, but I didn't escape his anger and violent outbursts either. Specifically, when it became clear that, while I was always tall and well built, I was a big softie and not a fighter. He hated that. He wanted a kid who'd knock out other kids' teeth. That was never me. My mom could never leave him, though. It took him dying of a massive heart attack when I was 10 to end his lifetime of terror over us. After his death, Mom and I went to therapy, both separately and together. I confessed that I wished she had left him sooner and told her how much I hated feeling unsafe. I told her I needed her more than anyone else. She promised me she would never put anyone else before me again and that she'd make sure we had a good life. That only lasted until I was 15. That's when she met her husband, Rick, a single dad of 3, ages 14, 11, and 9 at the time. Rick's oldest daughter, 14 at the time, had serious behavioral issues. She was in and out of psychiatric holds, and the cops were regular visitors when she was around. Mom went into the relationship with her eyes wide open and decided we all needed to be a family. I spoke out against it and told her I would not stay if they all moved in together. I made it clear I wouldn't live with another abusive person. She told me this was different, that the girl was younger than me and just needed help. When I left without permission, Mom called the cops on me. I was 16 by then. The situation escalated, but eventually the police let me stay with my grandparents. Mom tried to push kidnapping charges on them for keeping me from her and attempted to get the courts involved. But I had seen some things from Rick's oldest daughter. The day I left, she had tried to attack me. So to make everything stop, I called CPS and reported the incident. After that, Mom's attempts to get me back ended. CPS determined I should be where I was safe. Rick's younger kids were removed for a few weeks before being placed back with Rick and my mom, who had already moved in together. Mom tried to maintain contact with me. She kept trying to make me give it a chance, but I wanted no part of it. She asked me to spend time with the younger kids so they'd have an older sibling to turn to, but I refused to step up. She even showed up at my grandparents a few times, but they sent her away. I muted her number after that. She and Rick are still together and are now married. I was invited to their wedding, but I didn't go and I never reached out. In the past 2 months, she's made multiple attempts to contact me. I ignored most of them until she told me that I had a family I was ignoring. She said she loved and missed me and never wanted anything to come between us. She told me she was sorry. So sorry, and all that stuff. I told her she chose Rick and his kids over me and that I wouldn't let her come back from that. I reminded her that she made me live with abuse once and she tried to do it again. I told her I didn't care if she wanted to help Rick and protect his younger kids. It wasn't my job to care. It was her job to protect me. And she failed. Again. After that, Rick reached out and told me I didn't need to be so hard on my mom. He said his oldest had problems, but that didn't mean he and his other kids were undeserving of love and support. He told me I had failed at being as good a person as my mom. I blocked him. He's just some random guy and has no business telling me anything like that. My mom tried to reach out again and apologize once more, but I ignored it. The fact that she's still apologizing is the only reason I'm here asking. Aida?